Hello and welcome to Sheba online classes. Standard 10. Today we'll be studying only grammar. Okay, totally grammar. That is, I'll tell you about tenses. What is tense? How do you use it? And isn't it okay? So how you will understand how to use the tense and where you can use the tense exactly. Okay, I'll teach you very clearly. Just listen to the explanation and keep a pencil and paper in front of you and note down as I am teaching you. Note down. Okay, as I am teaching only you can understand, write it in your language also. That is, say some few key points also you can write. Alright, so listen. So today's topic is tenses. Okay, tense. What does tense? What's the meaning of tense? Tense denotes time of action. When that action has been taken, is it in the present or in the past or the future? So there are tense is divided into three. What is it? Present, past and future. These are the main. Okay, under that there are so many categories and categories. Okay, so in that today I'll be dealing only with present tense. Alright, now today see the present tense is divided into general, permanent, and that is general permanent. That's a fact. Now that means now what is happening now? Temporary. So now means it is temporary only. For example, present continuous tense. Two things I'm explaining to you. Present tense is divided into two, that is simple present tense and present continuous tense. There is perfect tense also, but in this itself there is such a lot. I'll explain this to you, then we'll go to present that is perfect tense, perfect continuous tense. There is so much there. Okay, first we'll deal only with this. Okay, first you understand the explanation of this, then later I'll explain about the others. Okay, now listen. Now what is general permanent and what is now temporary? Okay, first general permanent means simple present tense, what is happening. What is actually simple present tense means, see for example, I teach. I teach, it's the fact. Okay, I teach. I teach is permanent. It's permanent. Now next is present continuous. What's the meaning of continuous? The verb will be having ing. The word, that is what's the verb? Action word. Okay, action word is, what is the action word here? Teach is action word. See, I teach is permanent. Now what's temporary means? I am teaching. I am teaching. How long will I be teaching? I'll keep on teaching. No, there's a time limit for me. So it is temporary. Got it now? Now what is happening? That is present continuous tense is temporary. Temporary form of tense. It is only for one distance. That is for say one particular time. So 1 hour, 2 hours. That's all. After that you will not be having it will not be continuous. It will be past tense. Okay, now what is happening now? It is temporary. That's why I am telling you what is happening. That is continuous tense is temporary tense. I am teaching. Okay, I am teaching to a certain time only. Then after I will stop teaching. But what is permanent? I teach is permanent. As a teacher, I teach. So that is permanent, isn't it? So simple present tense. In simple present tense, general permanent is simple present tense. I teach is an example. Now temporary means present continuous tense, that is adding ing. To the verb you are adding ing. Adding ing, that is I am teaching. Teaching, this word. Continuous tense. So that is temporary. Got this now? This you understood? Till now, till this part you have understood. Okay, so this is finished. Next we are coming to same present tense. Thus, I am not taking continuous. Simple present tense. Simple present tense I will be taking now how to speak in positive, negative and then same word into interrogative, that is question word. Okay, now before that I want to tell you, see for example, now he, she, these words will take up verb. The verb will you have to add s for that verb. See that he works. He, she works. Okay, or it also. It's works. He, she, it works. Second, that is first one is I, you, we, they. I, you, we, they. These words are you should be used only because this is singular. These are all singular. In singular noun, the verb takes that the s agreement. That's the agreement of the verb. Okay. When a singular noun, if the noun is singular, he, she, it is singular. The singular noun, verbs will take up a s here. He works, she works, it works. Got it? Now same thing. Note it down what I have given here. He, she and it works. The verb will take up S because this is singular. So we can put the verb in as plural. Okay, now this is finished. Now I will tell you. I, you, we, they. This of course I and you cannot say I work. I works. All these will take up singular form. I work. I works you can't say. Okay, this is, take it as plural. See, we is plural, they is plural. These two are, you can openly see it as plural. But this also you must take it as plural only. Okay, so I work, you work, we work, they work. Here we don't have to add S, it is wrong. Because here itself there is a plural here. When the noun is plural, that should not take up a plural. Verb cannot take up a plural word. That is S, you don't have to add. Got that? This is very important. Keep this in mind. Okay, then only we can move on to this one. If you know this only, then you can move on to this one. Now we are going to take positive. What is positive? Affirmative. Another one for positive is affirmative. Affirmative, negative. Positive is affirmative. Affirmative, negative, have you heard about that? Now sentence is affirmative sentence, negative sentence. So affirmative means positive. Okay, now listen. An affirmative sentence, how we write? I work, you work, we work, they work. Okay, now see that here she works, he works, it works. Now got this? Now see the S there, because it is singular, we put we add S to the verb. Same way, this is plural, we take the verb does not take up the S. It is only, this is taken as plural, this is same only, work. You should not add the S in that. Okay, now this is affirmative. Okay, now same thing, same words are taken into negative. How will you use that? See, I don't work. I don't work. I do not work. You do not work. We do not work. We don't work. They don't work. So this is negative. Alright. So this is I don't work. Negative. What is that don't is? Don't is what's the full form? Do plus not is only don't. Apostrophe put it here. Alright. Do plus not is only don't. So most of them when you're talking we use don't. I don't work. Again this work should not take up the S. Forget about that. Alright. So I don't work. So it is negative. Affirmative is I work, you work, we work, they work. Now same thing you are changing to negative means what? You are using that not. This not should be used. Alright. So I don't work, you don't work, we don't work, they don't work. Same thing now, singular. Come this side. Here what we do is, we don't write do not, we wrote does not, doesn't. Okay. Now why we are using this? Because this is singular. So that will take up as a plural. How we have here? See the works, he works, she works. So this will change. Does not, doesn't. So see, he does not work, she does not work, or she doesn't work, it doesn't work. Does not or doesn't, whatever. This is does not is that is contracted to form doesn't. Like don't, no, like this. They are making the word small. The O is taken off. So doesn't. It is a tag actually. Okay. So this is it. Now these two you understood. Affirmative you understood. Negative you understood. How you are going to write it. Now same thing. Question word. How will you use interrogative sentence? It's same thing. One single word, a sentence you are changing into interrogative. How will you do that? See there. Now same thing here, do, that work, question means what? You are asking a question. So what happened? The action word must come in front. Okay, in front of the noun. These are the nouns, no? These are the nouns. In front of the verb you must put the noun. Now this is don't, does, should come in front of the. Now what we are doing here, negative and positive, we are placing that don't or do after the noun. See, I don't work. Now what happens? Interrogative sentence, the do, don't will come in front of the noun. Okay, now see there. Do I work? Do you work? Do we work? Do they work? Got this now? You understood? See there. This should come in front. Now same thing here. Why we are using do? Because this is plural. Sorry. Yes, plural. I, you, we, they. These are plural. That is why we use do. Do is used there. Okay. Now for this singular. Singular what we use actually? Does not. Isn't it? So same thing. The question word also should be does only. See. Does he work? Does she work? Does it work? Got this now? If you understood this, the rest of the writing the sentence, it will be very, very easy for you. So see again one recap. What happens? Tense, what is the modern meaning of tense? It denotes time of action. And then there are three parts of the tense. What are the three divided into? Present, past and future. And now we are going to deal only with what? Present tense. Present tense has got simple present tense and present continuous tense. And what is simple tense? It is permanent. And what is temporary is what is happening. Continuous tense is temporary. That is, I am teaching. Teaching is a particular point of time only I am going to teach, not always. Is okay. But what I am as a teacher, I teach. So that is permanent. Next we are coming to affirmative sentence, positive tense sentence and interrogative sentence. What is affirmative means? It is positive. So these are the words. These are plural words will take up singular verb and singular word will take up plural verb. Got that now? So this is I, you, we, they work. He, she, it works. S. The word S should be added here. And now same thing, how you are going to change it to negative. I don't or doesn't work, I do not work, you, same thing, whatever I am saying, do not or don't must use. And same thing, interrogative, you put the verb in front of the noun. That's all this is. Hope you understood it fully. Okay, now I am going to take about, see the present tense, it has so many divisions. That is, you learnt about temporary and all that. No, now this is another division. That is, present tense itself has got division. See there. Permanent, routine, facts, schedule and frequency. So when are the times you must use present tense? Okay. So what is it? First, permanent. We live in Chennai. That itself you can understand. We live in Chennai. That's a permanent thing. Okay. See, he works at a bank. That is also permanent. So he works permanently, he works at a bank. Permanently, he lives in Chennai. So that is the permanent way of saying when will you use present tense. Okay, we live in Chennai. He works at a bank. So see this also. We live. He works. So got that now? See the difference. All that small thing you must note down. Okay, next is routine. Permanent is another one. Now next is routine. What is the routine work? What is the routine? Every day what time you get up, what time you sleep, that is routine, no? Every day whatever you do. So I wake up at 6 o'clock and then she goes to sleep at 11. So that's your schedule. That is yours, not schedule. That is your routine. Every day I am going to do this. Every day I wake up at so time, then so time I sleep. That is your routine. Next we are coming to facts. Some facts will take up only present tense. Okay, honesty is the best policy. Is. So it's a fact. Okay, honesty is the best policy. The sun rises in the east. The sun sets in the west. Got that? Now that is a fact. So you can't say was, you can't use future tense, that nothing. Present tense only you can use. Okay. So these are the places where you have to use present tense. So facts are the sun rises in the east. So this is a fact. You can't change it. So next one is schedule. Routine and schedule, lot of difference. So this is schedule. Schedule is our class starts at 10 a.m. What is the schedule now? What is the timetable given to you? Routine is different. Schedule is different. What is the timetable? What is the roster? That is what is the thing given to you. So schedule is our class starts at 10 a.m. Got that now? So this is the schedule. So 10 a.m. and what time it gets over? Our class gets over at what time? 3:45 our school. Got that now? So this is the schedule. Next last we are coming to frequency. So frequency means these are the words for frequency. She always takes the bus. So always, see that I have given you these are the frequencies. Always, often, sometimes, rarely, never. These are the frequencies. This also will take up only present tense. Okay, nothing else. No past tense, no future tense will not come in this. This frequency will take up only present tense. See that? She always takes the bus. Always means what? How many percent? 100%. Always means what? 100%. Now if I say she often takes the bus, that means it is 90%. Sometimes, it is not always, less than always. It is often is 90% only. Truth. Next we take up, she sometimes takes a bus. That means 50%. 50% means sometimes she goes by some other thing, sometimes she goes by a bus. So that is 50%. If I say she rarely goes by bus, means it is just 10 to 25%. So the next one is she never. That means 0. She never goes, means she never, hardly goes by bus, never goes by bus, that's it. So these are the frequency, note this down, always, never, these are the words used in present tense as frequency. Got this now? In present tense itself, so many things are there you did not know before. You just learnt as present tense, is are, that's all. Then what works, yes you add, you don't add s, so for the verb, that's what you have done. This you have not heard. So this also is the way in which place you will use present tense. Got this now? See there? Permanent, routine, facts, schedule and frequency. These are the places where you have to use present tense. So listen, children, listen. Present tense, that's all. I don't want to confuse you by taking next, that is perfect tense, and there's such a lot. Present tense, I've got such a lot. Two more there. Present, future, continuous tense, present continuous tense, present perfect continuous tense. There so much is there. So don't. I'm limiting it today till this much only. So learn it properly. The next class I'll be taking further on. All right. Thank you.